Hello everyone, my name is Raghavendra Prasad and welcome to this session. This video is a continuation of my previous video on engines, which was part 1 and this is part 2. In this video, I will explain about engine strokes. As you know, engines can be classified based on number of strokes as 4-stroke and 2-stroke. Engine cycle. It is a completion of 5 processes starting with suction, compression, combustion, expansion and end with exhaust process. In order to run the engine, fuel is important. Once the fuel enters the engine cylinder, it undergoes combustion and combustion energy is converted into mechanical rotation of crankshaft. Complete utilization of a particular amount of fuel will take place in one engine cycle. In the next cycle, same amount of fresh fuel is introduced and utilized by the engine. Piston stroke. Piston stroke is another important thing to be concentrated on, which is the movement of the piston either from top dead center to the bottom dead center or vice versa. One stroke movement of the piston is equal to 180 degree rotation of crankshaft. If the engine is 4-stroke engine, that means there are totally 4 strokes are present. Then 4 into 180 degrees is equal to 720 degrees. That is 2 complete rotations of the crankshaft. So in 4-stroke engine, in order to complete one cycle, the crankshaft should rotate twice, that means 2 times. Whereas in case of 2-stroke engines, 2 into 180 degrees is equal to 360 degrees, which is equal to 1 complete rotation of crankshaft. Which means to complete one complete cycle, the crankshaft rotates by 1 complete rotation. Nowadays, all vehicles uses 4-stroke engines. As for same quantity of fuel, double speed can be achieved using 4-stroke engines as compared to 2-stroke engines. Even the power produced by 2-stroke engine is more as compared to 4-stroke for same dimension and the fuel used. 2-stroke engine has more mechanical efficiency, as in a 2-stroke engine, for every rotation of crankshaft there is a power stroke, but for 4-stroke engine, there is a single power stroke for every 2 rotation of crankshaft. 4-stroke engine has more volumetric efficiency and more thermal efficiency, also high part load efficiency as compared to 2-stroke. And this is because of more time available for the mixture of air and fuel in case of 4-stroke. The engine cycle includes 5 distinct processes, namely intake, compression, combustion, expansion and exhaust process. These 5 processes are simplified into 4 strokes, namely suction stroke, compression stroke, power stroke and exhaust stroke. Power stroke includes both combustion and expansion process. Suction stroke are also called as intake stroke. It is a stroke of piston in an internal combustion engine that affects the drawing in of the gaseous mixture to the engine cylinder. This stroke of the piston begins at top dead center and ends at bottom dead center. Piston downward movement creates vacuum pressure in the cylinder, which is less than atmospheric pressure. This pressure difference causes the air to enter into the cylinder. This is called as engine breathing. This continues till the inlet valve closes when the piston reaches bottom dead center. Compression stroke. This stroke begins at bottom dead center or just at the end of suction stroke and ends at top dead center. In this stroke, the piston compresses the air fuel mixture in preparation for ignition during the power stroke. Both the intake and exhaust valve remain closed in this stage. At the end of compression stroke, the spark plug fires the mixture in the combustion chamber. Power stroke. It is also called as expansion stroke. In this stroke, during which the piston is propelled by the pressure of the expanding gases. The combustion process is the third process, where the ignited air and fuel mixture expands and pushes the piston downward. The force created by this expansion is what creates the engine power. Initial ignition of the fuel starts at the end of compression stroke, where the pressure is high and continues burning of fuel in the presence of air during the expansion stroke. In this stroke, both the valves remain in closed position and piston, due to the expansion pressure, moves from top dead center to bottom dead center. Exhaust stroke. In this stroke, the movement of the engine piston that forces the used gas or vapor out through exhaust ports. During the exhaust stroke, the piston once again returns from bottom dead center to top dead center while the exhaust valve is open. This action expels the spent air fuel mixture through the exhaust valve. The exhaust stroke is the final phase in an engine. In this phase, the piston moves upwards, squeezing out the gases that are created during the combustion stroke. The gases exit the cylinder through an exhaust valve at the top of the cylinder. At the end of this phase, the exhaust valve closes and intake valve opens in order to allow fresh air fuel mixture for the second cycle.